the second round of Zoom is QuizWiz. We're very excited. We have Ajay, Ishwar, Ashish and Shrikant with us today. I'll quickly do the spin wheel. This is a random wheel name generator. So we'll just have an order of the questions. So the first question will be to Shrikant, Ajay. So the third is Ashish. So the list we have is Shrikant, Ajay, Ashish and Ishwar. We have 20 questions comprising of general trivia and Atlassian ecosystem. Each question will be answered for 10 points. If you do not get the answer for the first round, we'll do the second round with the same question by giving a hint, and then that question will be 4 points. There will be no negative marking, so feel free to take a guess if you want to. So with that being said, are you guys ready?
Yeah, we are all set.
Awesome. So let's start with you, Shrikant. The first question of round 2 of the top is this. Created in 1971 by Bob Thomas of BBN, it was designed to copy itself between computers rather than simply move. It was designed as a security test to see if a self-replicating program was possible. With each new hard drive infected, it would try to remove itself from the previous host. It had no malicious intent and only displayed a simple message, I am the dash, catch me if you can. What are we talking about? Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Shrikant. Is it just me, Shrikant? Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, it's breaking for me as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ajay, what do you guess? Do you want to guess? Pass?
I would guess it's Frank Abagnale, right? Catch Me If You Can, movie one.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I'll move on. Ishwar.
I think it's me.
Oh, sorry. Is it Ashish?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ashish. Go ahead, Ashish.
Yeah, I was like last.
I think it's virus.
It is a virus. Can you give me the name?
Trojan?
Not Trojan, very close. I'll come back to you. I'll give a hint. If we don't get an answer, I'll give you some part points for this, Ashish. Ishwar.
Okay.
Do you want to take a guess? Do you know?
So what are the other names? Silence.
If you pass, we'll do the circle again and I'll give a hint.
Yeah, I'll pass. I won't hear it.
So Ashish was very close. It is a virus. It's the first computer virus ever that was created. It was created as in 1971, the first computer virus. As I said, it was a non-malicious virus, and its name came from a very famous. Okay, I'll give a couple of hints. Its name is a very famous Radiohead song. Its name is also a quality that you associate with people who pry on other people. So, like the dictionary definition of it would be, I would say, like to grow onto something, like a vine, or you know how a vine just grows onto by taking the help of something. If you put a stick next to it, it grows with it. That's the hint that I would give.
It's like a creeper.
All right, I'll move on. Ajay, you're next, right?
Yeah, for the second question, right?
Yes. So yeah, go ahead. Give me your answer now.
For this one, I was talking. You said vine jumping onto others like a creeper.
That is it. That's the right answer. The first computer virus was called the Creeper program. And that's right. So Ajay, you get 5 points because we had this answer came in from you after the hint. So 5 points to Ajay. We'll move on with the next question to Ashish. Dash began as an internal tool for Stewart Butterfield's company Tiny Speck during the development of a game called Glitch. It was launched to the public in August 2013. According to Butterfield, name of the company is an acronym which he chose to replace the previous code name Linefield. In 2019, the company went public. and reached an IPO with an offering of market value of 19.5 billion. Which company or what are we talking about?
I can't remember the name of game even because I don't play games. So sorry, I will pass.
That's fine. We move on to you, Ishwar. Pretty sure Ishwar would know.
I think it should be Ajay, right? Okay. Second question.
No, so Ajay second, we then go to Ashish, then we come to Ishwar. So, like whoever answers the question, the next question is asked to the following person. So, Ishwar, this question is now for you for 10 points.
Okay.
Wanna take a guess?
No, I'll pass. I don't have it.
All right. I don't think we have Shrikant. Sarika, did you speak
I
him?
think he's rejoining. I think he's having so much network issues.
All right. That's fine. I'm not asked Ajay.
No.
Maybe you
Yeah, I
have-
pass.
Others.
I pass. I'm not a
Already
gamer.
passed. All right. The guess that I would give is probably the how would I say? So the name for which the acronym was later on created. It's a very famous company which was recently, I would say, came into the picture when Atlassian retired HipChat.
Slack.
That's the hint. That's the hint that I would give. And I would start again with Ashish.
So is it Slack?
That's right, the company Slack. So Slack was created as an online game glitches internal tool. It went public. Its original name was Line Feed, and the full name was Searchable Log of All Conversation and Knowledge. That gave the term Slack.
Your hint was pretty clear about the answer.
Yeah. It's
HipChat is a good chat.
Slack.
All right, so 5 points to Ashish. Sarika, just to confirm, you've taken the 5 points that we earlier had for Ajay as well.
Yeah, now 10 point will go to Ashish directly, right?
No. So he got the answer after the hint.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I forgot that.
This second game is really, being a little tricky. All right. So thank you, Ashish. That's the right answer. The answer is Slack. So because you answered it, we'll move on to Ishwar for the next question. Now this can be a little tricky, but bear with me. The answer is, as I said, fairly simple. Known famously for writing the Rehla. It's an Arabic word for journey of travelogues that document it. Its formal title was a masterpiece to those who contemplate the wonders of cities and marvels of traveling. It's basically a travelogue with the details of around 70,000 miles. It is also said that he traveled farther than any other person in history up to his point, more than any other pre-jet age explorer on record. Who are we talking about? Now, before I ask you to answer this question, I would also give a first level hint and say that its name also inspired songs that have been sung in Bollywood as well. Name that famous Arabic traveler. So think Bollywood, think songs. Maybe you've definitely heard of the name. Pretty sure if you listen.
Yeah, I'm standing on the edge. I need to answer it.
You wanna take a guess?
Yeah. I don't know why, nothing is like coming to mind right now.
All right.
Maybe because of the
Pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right. We'll go to Ajay.
Since you said it could be a song, I would go with Musafir.
Not Musafir. Ashish.
I will go with Sinbad.
Very close, but not Sinbad the Sailor. I'll give a hint. Now I'll give the name of the movie. The name of the movie was Ishqiya. in which Nasiruddin Shah and Arshad Warsi were.
I think I got
That's
that.
the name of the
My chance.
So I'll ask the Ishwar. I'll ask the question again to you. Do you know the answer?
Is it Alibaba?
Not Alibaba. It's the name of a song from that movie. Not Alibaba, so I move on to Ajay.
So what was the answer given by Ashish?
Sinbad the Sailor.
Sinbad.
That was from the Rock On movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Alibaba?
So no, Ishwar,
I just give it. It is wrong.
not
It's
Alibaba.
I pass.
Alright. Do you know the songs from the movie Ishqiya? Because if you do, then you know this answer.
I just remember one song from the Iske.
And that. Alright, if nobody gets the answer, then we'll drop this question. So the answer to the question is Ibn Battuta, who was the translator
Oh yeah.
of the song from that.
Oh, I can remember the song.
Alright, so because nobody answered the question, I'll ask the next question to Ishwar again. Ishwar, a hyperbolic paraboloid is a saddle surface as its Gauss curvature is negative at every point. The diagram is shown on the right. It's simple to manufacture a hyperbolic paraboloid because of variety of purposes, and it's used in a variety of purposes for concrete roofs to food items because of this property. What is the most common example of this shape, which is originally sold by PNG in more than 140 countries?
So what is PNG?
PNG, the company Procter & Gamble. So it sells something which is the most common example of a Gauss curvature. See the image, see if you can figure it out. I have a feeling Ajay knows this.
I know that.
This one is pretty easy.
See, it's
Because
the answer.
I eat a lot.
Alright, Ishwar, do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, I have 0 points, so I'll try.
Go ahead, take a guess. No? You want to pass?
No, I feel like stupid now. Thank you.
We move on, we pass it on to Ajay for the steal.
It's Pringles.
That's right. It's a Pringle shape. That's the most common example. That design, it's called the Gauss curvature. If you see, you can actually see it a little bit. But yeah, if you know it, you know it. Pringles is the correct answer. Ajay gets 10 points. With that, we come to the end of the general category for the first round. We'll move on to the Atlassian question. Sarika, I give it to you for the next question to Ashish.
So ecosystem question round 1 will be how you know about the badge. Badge, it means a community badge that we achieve. So we'll move on to question 1. Yeah. So you have to guess the badge name here. Question to you, Ashish.
Yeah.
Very
I saw
common
this badge, but
given on the Atlassian community. What's the name?
is it the badge for first post?
Not first post.
Then I will pass.
We'll move it to Ajay.
No, I think Ishwar, right?
Ishwar.
Okay.
Ishwar, what do you?
Oh, is it me? Sorry. It is like answer 50 questions, the batch 100.
Not that.
First post,
No. We move on. Ajay, do you want to take
I'll
it?
pass, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the Trello mascot? Yeah, you haven't known. I just forgot. Taco.
Correct.
That's right. That's the badge. It's called Friend of Taco. So that's the, as Ajay correctly mentioned, that's the mascot of Trello. It's the Friend of Taco badge that you get on the Atlassian community. All right, since Ajay answered, the next question again goes to Ashish. So Ajay gets 10 points because he gave the answer without a hint. Sarika?
Yeah, I give.
Ashish for the next question.
So you have to guess the name of this badge, Ashish.
Come on, Ashish, come in. You should know this.
Regarding the badges, I am not. No.
That's why we put it that question, that you will achieve this badge in your profile.
Because there are a lot of badges. So
We picked the most common ones though. Unique
And the badge logo will give you some hint also.
Yes.
then I think it's related to Pisai.
No.
Not Fisher. Ishwar?
Okay, I should keep the name right. I think community leader
Not.
or expert.
We will not keep that much simple badge.
Ajay?
Then I know. I only know those patches.
I have this badge. It's Reading Rainbow.
Perfect. It is the Reading Rainbow badge on the Atlassian community. Great. Yes, Ajay. All right, moving on. Ashish, this is the next question.
I think all the answers will be given by Ajay. Regarding this badge.
This one is simple. This one is very simple.
Yeah, it's a very simple. You can guess it from the name. So all the logos are very common. You can, if you know, you'll guess it from the name.
Is it Star Trek?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Star Trek?
Not Star Trek. Ishwar?
Rising Star.
That's right.
Oh,
Your opens his account with the right answer.
10 points.
Right.
Thank you.
Nice one. This one.
It was easy actually, no? The star is rising, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like simple.
All right. Because Ishwar answered, the next question is to you, Ajay.
This one is a bit new to me.
This might be a little tricky, right? Sorry.
Little bit.
Something to do with gold.
No.
Not goals.
Okay, I pass.
Ashish.
Online community leader?
Very close, but no.
Not community leader.
Yes, not community leader. Ishwar. I think we might have to give a hint on this one, Sarika.
We already gave hint.
That's also
Okay, I'll just give my guess. Atlassian leader.
not Atlassian leader. So
Okay, then,
we'll come back to you, Ajay. Yeah, so
Ace leader.
not an ace leader. We'll give you a hint. Sarika will give you a hint, and then we'll make it a 5-point question.
So it is about the leader, and you can consider it dot as a team.
What I say?
Dots. You can see the color dots. Right?
Members.
Members you can
consider those smaller dots as members, and then there is a big dot which is the leader. What would this badge be called?
A group leader.
Perfect answer.
That was a total guess.
Badge. All right. Great answer,
So 5
Ajay.
points to Ajay, right?
5 points to Ajay. That's right. All right. We come back to the general questions round, and because Ajay answered.
No. This is good. You know, you can continue with this thing.
We ask the next question again to Ashish. Ashish, this is your question. A dash is the name of an arranged engagement in combat between 3 people with matched weapons in accordance with agreed upon rules. Fill in the blank. So when there are 3 people, like you see in this photo from the famous sitcom The Office, what's that called when there are 3 people like pointing guns or having no weapons, but like similar weapons, matched weapons, agreed upon rules in a combat mode?
I can call the picture, but
there's a very specific name to it.
yeah, this kind of things usually we see in the movies as well.
It's a very famous scene in most of the movies, specifically in the westerns. Like if you're interested in, like, you know, the old western movies, you'll see a lot of this happening. What is it called? You want to take a guess, Ashish?
Guess will be very funny one. Pointing gun.
Not pointing guns. Ishwar?
I know about the dual mode where 2 people they like interact or
You want to take a
I'll
guess?
say RT, yeah. I'll play RT, yeah. So there's a dual mode, but there was never with 3 people. Combat, something like that.
Not combat. Ajay?
I'll take a guess. Is it triage?
Not triage. So I'll give a hint and I'll ask the question again to you, Ashish. Ajay and Ishwar both are very close, but I would say closer is Ishwar. 2 people fighting is called a duel. That's right. And that's the hint that I would give. 2 people fighting is called a duel. I'm looking for an answer for 3 people. Ashish, this is as easy as a hint as I can give.
Yeah, but I am just thinking about the specific term because I would have only one guess, right?
Right, yeah, you only have one guess.
So, is it tripod?
Not tripod. Ishwar?
I don't know. Trivial.
Not trivial. Ajay?
Trio?
Not a trio. So very close. All 3 of you came very close, but nobody gets the point. The answer is truel.
Cruel.
Dual.
3 people is truel. So when Ishwar said I play dual mode, I was like, he's almost there. But yeah, so 2 people is dual, 3 people is truel. So nobody gets the point for this question. I'll move on to the next question, and we start with you, Ajay. Maurice Dash is the name of a very super popular fictional character in Archie comics. It's not originally from Archie comics. It has numerous spin-off animations and is in other media as well. One of the writers has since shared that his first name is Ogilvy, but fans disagree, saying that this isn't the true version. Only the video games and the Japanese manga are. So, to just summarize what I just said, this character has shown up in Archie comics as well, but not originally from Archie comics, has numerous spin-off comics, animation and other media. This character, now this is interesting, has the brag of being, of having a protein encoded by the SHS gene named after it. This protein functions as a chemical signal that is essential for embryonic development. Now, the image also gives a little bit of hint about what that character could be. What are we talking about, or who are we talking about? very famous fictional character.
Boomerang?
Not a boomerang. Ashish?
I will pass.
Alright. Ishwar?
I don't want to waste time.
Sajid, internet got stuck.
Oh, my internet seems alright. Sarika, did your internet get stuck?
It looks like.
That's fine. Ishwar, go ahead. Your guess.
Yeah, I'm taking a guess.
So look at the image. It gives some hint about what it could be. This character has showed up in Archie comics as well, but not originally from Archie comics.
Photo? No, I don't know.
Came from the original Japanese manga. You want to take a guess?
Nope. I'll pass.
Alright, so I'll give a hint. And I'll start with you, Ajay, again. So the image, it kind of shows like electricity poles with like wires and like electricity and charge around it. Think that, and think that the character is anthropomorphic. That means it has activities or does activities similar to humans, but not a human character. And the final hint that I would give is the character is fast. That's all. Yeah. Even too many hints.
I pass.
Alright, I say it again. Fast. Look at the image. It shows like electricity poles, charge, something like that. Fast. Not human, anthropomorphic, that means having characteristics of human but not a human, an animal. And fast, yeah, that's the guess, main guess. Main hint, I believe. Ashish.
No, pass.
Ishwar.
Speedrunner?
Not speedrunner, very close. The answer is Hedgehog.
Sonic, okay.
Sonic, like if you look, the fastest character I think that exists in the comic world with numerous spin-off comics. Sega, yes. And has the brag of being, having a protein in a human body, being called the Sonic the Hedgehog protein. Alright, I'll move on to the next question. Since I asked Ajay, nobody answered this question. I'll ask this question again to Ajay. Ajay, this is your question. Identify this logo.
Rolex?
That's right. It's Rolex. Alright, the final question that I have on this category, which I am going to ask. Sorry?
10 points to Ashish, right?
Yes, 10 points to Ashish, please.
It's Ajay.
Sorry?
Ajay replied.
It is for Ajay. 10 points for Ajay.
Yeah, for Ajay, yes. Ashish, the next question is for you before we move on to the Atlassian ecosystem category. Headquartered in Kyoto, Japan in the year 1889, this company originally produced handmade playing cards before switching over to something. It is one of the most wealthiest and most valuable companies in the Japanese market. Guess the company whose early logos are also shown below. Originally made cards, one of the most wealthiest companies in Japanese market.
So basically, it's the company name for manufacturing cards, right? Playing cards.
Not necessarily. They are known more or less not for cards anymore, but for something else. The logo that I've shown is the original Japanese logo before it became big, and the next logo was from the next one. Then, like, it became big before they started switching over to something else, and they still to this day are one of the most wealthiest companies in Japan market.
Why are you asking so tough questions to me always?
All the questions I'm asking, you know the answer. Everybody's Sarika is going to ask easy questions for the Atlassian category. I hope.
Is it S?
Sorry?
S.
Yes.
No, not Ace. Ishwar, I come to you.
Sorry. Is it like manufacturing, multiple things or anything?
It does. It manufactures multiple things. That's right. It's a very famous, one of the most valuable companies in the Japanese market. Used to make playing cards before switching over to something else that they are mostly known for today.
I can't recall, personally, but I'll pass.
All right. Ajay?
Is it Hitachi?
Not Hitachi. So I'll give a hint and I'll fill the blank and I'll ask Ashish the question to you again. The blank, so before they were making playing cards, then they switched over to gaming consoles.
I know this. I'll wait.
Nintendo?
I'll wait.
Sorry?
Ah,
Ashish?
Nintendo?
Nintendo, that's the correct answer. So Nintendo is the name of the company.
I had actually this in my mind, but you said like playing cards, right?
Yeah, so
I
that's
thought, like, why they would have been.
They started with playing cards, then they switched over to consoles, and then they became who they are. Nintendo, the giants who have own Mario, Pokemon, and all those legendary games. All right, Sarika, I hand over to you for the ecosystem category. Here you go.
Just give me a minute. Yeah. So this round will be all about Confluence. So we'll move on to Ashish again, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Sarika, because we have less people, I'm hoping we can do 2 questions from this category and the next 2 questions from the fourth category that we have, because we'll just shuffle questions around, right?
Sure.
All right. So we asked the first question to Ashish. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So Ashish, here is your question.
This logo is associated with which type of space we use to create and manage artifact for your project?
When you are creating
Type of space.
in Confluence, you see this logo in a specific type of space.
Calling name is being tough for me. See this logo most of the time.
Yeah.
I can remember the blank space. There's a blank page.
And take a guess, Ashish.
Do you want to pass, Ashish?
Let me guess. Is it about wiki?
It's about Confluence space. When we create
It's
a space,
Confluence space.
Yeah, so-
looking for the theme of the space. And the hint is given in the question. It's used to create and manage artifacts for your projects.
Then documentation, I would say.
That's right.
documentation space.
This is the right answer. It's called the documentation space. Good catch, Ashish. I think Ashish is the right answer, and just his internet just flew.
Let me just add 10 points to Ashish.
Yes, 10 points to Ashish.
Thanks. Finally, I've got 10 points.
Wow.
All right, next question is to Ishwar. Ishwar, here's your question.
So this logo is associated with which type of space we use to capture and share best practice and solution to common problems.
I can recall this logo, but was in here.
Think something from capture, best practice solution, common problem.
Yeah, I remember the logo, but actually mapping the logo with the name.
You want to take a guess? Pass it on.
Yeah, fine to take a guess. Development. I don't know if there is any space with development.
Not development space.
Don't check on Confluence now.
No. I'll pass.
All right, Ajay.
I'll take a guess. Is it FAQs?
Not FAQs. Ashish,
So
answering.
option when we create space.
Knowledge base.
Sorry?
Knowledge base.
Correct.
Right. Ashish is gaining lead on the Confluence spaces. That's called the knowledge base. With that, we move on to the next category. I think we've asked these two questions. So let's pull two questions from the visual category as well. Go ahead, Sarika.
Yes. So here we can ask about, we'll give you some logo and you have to think about partner and apps. Yeah. So let's start with Ishwar, right?
That's right. We start with Ishwar.
Yeah. So you have to think about this app. This app have 2.5k installed. This logo belongs to which add-on from the Atlassian marketplace? This app help in scripting for Jira.
Is it PowerScript?
Yes.
That's right. It's PowerScript from AppFire.
Thank you.
Good catch, Ishwar.
Thank you.
Right. So the next question is to Ajay.
Yes. So this app having 800 installed and this logo belongs to which add-on from the marketplace? The hint is this app is a project management tool for prioritizing Jira backlog. I think this question.
Is it Foxy?
Is Foxley. We were little concerned about whether people know Foxley. It's a very new tool.
And I am 100% sure that Ajay will answer this question.
We were just talking about Jexo and
Yeah. We're talking about Biro just before the call.
Yeah. So shout out Biro. Awesome. So I think we'll just have one more question. I think since we do not have 4 participants, so we'll have just one more questions. And then we'll go to the scores, Sarika?
Yes, sure.
Right? All right. The last question, because Ajay answered, we go back to Ashish for the next question. And Ashish, the final question of the quiz is to you. Here it is.
100% Ashish will answer this. This logo belongs to which famous marketplace partner?
Is it Alpha?
No.
Sorry?
No, Alpha.
Oh, no, not Alpha Serve. Ishwar.
So this is a partner company logo, right? Not the
That's right.
plugin logo.
The app is the partner company logo.
Not an app logo. It's a very famous name.
Nope, I'll pass.
All right, we pass on to you, Ajay.
Yeah, I also pass.
All right, it's. Anybody want to take a guess?
Atlas?
Not Atlas. So I think we can give a hint, and then we can maybe start again with you, Ashish. Right, Sarika?
Ajit, I think you can give a hint.
All right. So the hint that I would give is think of add-ons like structure, and yeah, I think that's a very common add-on that you probably would have used.
Yeah.
The question will go to Ashish first, right?
Yeah, the question is to Ashish for 5 points.
Yeah.
Think structure.
Now he got
I can just think about the logo of the structure and things, but just missing the name of
This
partner.
company structure Gantt, structure pages.
Yeah.
You wanna take a guess? Pass it on to Ishwar.
I will pass.
All right, we pass it on to Ishwar.
I don't know. ALM works. Maybe.
Perfect guess. It is.
Uh-huh.
It works. ALM works.
Structure.
Structure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, we come to the end of the quiz. Thank you, everybody, for playing. I hand it over now to Sarika for the scores.
Yes. So Shrikant couldn't answer, so I will give 0 points to Shrikant. Ishwar is leading on point 30.
All right, 30 points.
Ashish is leading on point 40.
Okay, Ashish, 40 points.
Yeah, we know
And
that.
our second winner is Ajay, who scored 60 points.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you.
Congrats, Ajay.
Thank you. I think the hints were pretty easy. I mean, that made it.
I was close like
How was the experience, guys? How did you like the questions? How was it?
It was fun, you know.
It was a real fun. Yeah. I mean, I never thought I could even score.
Even I can't even believe that I have got 40 points. Because all the time I was just passing.
But yeah, that's a good score, Ashish. And congratulations. You move on to the top 16 winner list along with Morgan. So when we have the Battle of the Champions, you'll be invited again to play with the rest of the winners. Thank you, Ajay.
Sure,
Thanks,
thank you.
Ishwar.
Congrats,
Thanks.
Ajay, once again.
Yeah, thanks, Ashish.
Thanks, Sajid and
Thank you,
Sarika,
Sajid. Thank
for
you,
this
Sarika.
wonderful quiz
Thanks,
session.
Ajay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah. Bye, guys.